Am I wrong for planning to cut off my dad after I finish my degree because he lied about having a college fund for me? I, 20F, am working toward an eventual master's degree. Growing up, my dad always talked about this nest egg he had for me. He'd tell anyone who'd listen, family, friends, even random acquaintances, how he'd been saving up since I was a kid to support my education. It was practically a badge of honor for him. My mom and dad are divorced, and I've lived with my mom since I was 6. Despite that, I always felt reassured knowing my dad had my back financially when it came to college. Fast forward to when I started applying to transfer, I started at community college to save money. My mom, who has always been upfront about her own financial situation, mentioned to my dad that it was time to start using the nest egg he'd always talked about so I wouldn't have to take on too many loans. Long story short, I found out there was no college fund. My dad never saved a dime for my education. When my mom called him to confirm, and he acted like he had no idea what we were talking about. He denied ever mentioning a nest egg or anything like it. I felt like I was gaslit into believing it never happened, but I know it did. He used to go on and on about it when I was growing up. Now I'm stuck in a tough spot. I've been scraping by with scholarships, part-time jobs, and some help from my mom, who's been amazing despite her own financial struggles. My dad hasn't offered me any support at all, not even an apology for the years of false hope, or a clarification to me, the person who it's affecting. He's only talked about this with my mom and my grandma. I've never personally gotten any apology or explanation on the matter unless it was from my mom. Here's where the potential AITA part comes in. I'm still in contact with my dad, but honestly, it's mostly superficial at this point. I call him on holidays, answer his occasional texts, and meet up for lunch if he asks. I'm debating keeping up this facade of a relationship until I finish school on the off chance he does come through with any help, though I doubt it. Once I graduate, I'm considering cutting ties entirely because I don't feel like I can trust him anymore, and it hurts knowing he lied to me for so long. Would I be the ass for waiting it out like this and then cutting him off once I have my degree? It feels wrong even thinking about it, but I also feel like he let me down in a huge way. Edit, here are some answers to questions people are asking. Why not cut him off now if you feel this way? Honestly, I don't want to burn bridges completely while I'm still in school. There's a small part of me that hopes he might step up if I keep the relationship going. Plus, I don't want to deal with any added stress while juggling school and work. Is your dad struggling financially? Could that explain why there's no college fund? Not at all. My dad is financially well off. He takes annual holidays with his girlfriend, posts pictures of fancy trips, and doesn't seem to have any major financial burdens. It's not like he couldn't afford to save for me, he just didn't. Has your dad been involved in your life? Not much. After my parents divorced when I was 6, he mostly showed up at family gatherings on his side or the occasional holiday. He wasn't around for day-to-day stuff, didn't help with school events, and didn't really contribute beyond basic child support. My mom handled everything else. Edit 2. Yes, he's still currently telling people he's going to help financially for my college. I know this because of my grandma, his mom. Edit 3. To all those saying that my love for him is based on monetary value. The problem is he lied to me and everyone my entire life, only to create a false sense of a safety net for me and make him look like a good father, which he would not have looked like otherwise because he has been a father my entire life. There wouldn't be any love for him anyways had he not promised this nest egg. I would be just as low contact as I am now. I would have worked way more growing up and my mom would have also probably taken a second job so we could save much more money had we not had this safety net. Of course I'm not entitled to a paid college education, but I was told by my father that I could focus on my studies more so than saving money and so I did. I'm not sure why everyone is comparing mine to situations where others have worse fathers. I never said my situation is the worst out there. And just because people have worse dads, doesn't mean mine should be put on a pedestal for the bare legal minimum of child support.